So I will say that Volume 7 still wasn't really a big favourite of mine, although I did think it was a slight improvement over Volume 6. Don't worry though, Volume 8 I did love, so there are positive things on the way. But yeah, there wasn't really a whole lot to say about this volume in general. We did get the meeting between Lloyd and Damien's father, which was pretty exciting, and I was wondering how Lloyd would approach the conversation, because he couldn't, you know, have anything be flagged in the conversation, like why Lloyd is like there and talking to him. Like, Lloyd was very clever throughout the whole thing. I could never be a spy. I think I would have blown my cover straight away. But Lloyd really is like pretty fantastic, so I do love seeing him work. I think it's awesome. And I did feel a little bit bad for Damien, because, you know, he was finally face to face with his dad, wanting to get his attention and just have his dad care for, you know, just even the smallest part of him. And you can say Lloyd even trying to get that out of Damien's dad, especially when he brings up when Anya punched Damien in the face on like the first day. And you could see how Damien's dad just didn't really care. So I was like pretty heartbroken for Damien, and I did enjoy the fact that Damien's friends were there for him. So when Damien is like trying so hard to study and stuff, and his friends, they want to go to the cinema and make the best of a day off, but Damien is like too focused on impressing his dad, really, that his friends end up sacking off having fun, and they do the laundry with Damien, they do other things with Damien, and it's just so sweet. It's so nice to see. So I'm glad that Damien actually does have some really good friends, because I wasn't sure he would when we first met him in the first volume, or was it the second volume? Whenever they met him and we got more of the dynamic between him and his friends at school, I thought, oh, they're going to be like bullies and they're going to be a bad influence and stuff like that. But no, actually, I feel like they all have a heart of gold. So when Damien falls into the water, when they're on like their day out, oh my gosh, look at this as well. Actually, before that. Oh, when his dad says, continue striving not to besmirch the Desmond name. And look at Damien's face. Like, how does that not break your heart? Like, you can see how much he's like so desperate for his dad's approval. I really hope, really hope that Damien comes out of this unscathed. I feel like his dad is the one who deserves the love of his son, not the other way around. Damien already deserves the love of his dad, but his dad isn't being a good dad. So he's the one who needs to change. But I do hope Damien gets his wish. I do hope Damien comes out this well. But yeah, when Damien and his friends are in the boat with the other guy, and Damien and his friends fall in, and his friends are like trying to save Damien over themselves. At the very least, you have to survive, boss man. He's right, please Damien, live the dreams that we never will. And then Damien's like, you guys, quickly to the boat before our strength fails. They're trying to get him back in the boat. But it just turned out that the water is very shallow. Like, they can't just stand up. But the fact that his friends were willing to die for him, they were willing to give up their strength for him so that he can live. Oh my gosh, incredible. This trio, my love for them was cemented in this volume. Again, like, not really my favourite volume, one of my least favourite volumes so far, but I still think it was important, especially for Damien, to have this moment. We also have like another little weird storyline of Bond escaping the house, and he's hungry because they forgot to get dog food, so Yor was going to make something, so he goes out so that he can find Lloyd, and he manages to find Lloyd as he's trying to finish a mission. And I do love Bond and Lloyd working together. I would love it actually if Lloyd got Bond to work with him more in the future. But like, could you imagine like how unstoppable they will be? Like, this is why I feel like, I don't know when Spy Family will end, but my prediction will be the final mission will be all of the Forger family working together. Yor, Lloyd, Anya, and Bond. I feel like all four of them working together will just be absolute perfection. They will literally be unstoppable. That's why they don't know about each other just yet, because the moment they do, I mean, there might be some drama, there might be some fallouts and things, but them working together, when they do it accidentally, they already are an unstoppable team. So when they do it on purpose, oh my god, it's gonna be incredible. But yeah, Bond does find Lloyd, they do a little mission together, which was cute. It was fine, honestly. I liked when Anya was playing cards with her friends, and she was using her telepathy to find out where the stuff was, and then she's too good at it that they think, what, can you read minds or something? So then she has to play the game again, and she is about to lose until she starts crying. And poor Damien, like, he ends up giving Anya the right card so that she does end up winning over him, and she gets the macaron, and she offers half, and he's like, I don't want half. That's for dummies like you. Bless. He's still very resistant of Anya, but I do see them coming closer. And he does have a heart, you know. He does have a heart. There is another storyline of Frankie, and he is trying to find this missing cat, which Yor ends up helping with. Again, it was a very fine side storyline. Like, I wouldn't have minded if it was one of the short missions, you know, like the short missions at the back of the books. I wouldn't have minded if it was like there, but it just felt a little bit disjointed. It felt very episodic, which I don't mind every now and then, but it just felt like we were slowing down a little bit after like the greatness of, I want to see like the first 5 volumes. And again, when she gets the cat, why does she terrify me so much sometimes? But then we get to the final 2 chapters of this volume and I was like, right, this is it. This is where we are going to get good again. This is where we meet Shopkeeper, I think his name is. I believe this is Yo's boss, the one who gives her the missions of assassination. However, this time, he wants her to protect someone, Olka, Gretchen, and her young son. And she will be fleeing by sea, so she'll have to go on a cruise ship to rendezvous at this other boat and disappear. And Yo has to protect her from a mob family, an army of professional assassins. And I was like, oh my god, this is like Yo's time to shine. This is going to be a great storyline. I'm going to love this. And then Anya, like again, like, I love the coincidences of this. Anya uses her telepathy to win this game where the person who had the box was cheating. You put your hand in this box and you pull out a number and each number corresponds with a prize. The number 1 is the big prize, which is the cruise. And obviously she has his mind, realizes that he's cheating because they've stuck the number 1 on the top of the box. So Anya puts her hand in and gets it out. And I love that so much. So she ends up getting the trip on the ship, which turns out to be the same ship that Yo is going to be working on. So Lloyd and Anya are now going to go on the ship as, you know, passengers, while Yo is going to go on to protect this woman and her child. And they all do know that they're going on the same ship, so I love it. And yeah, it promises to be a fantastic arc. And when I tell you I did love Volume 8 so much, but it did leave Volume 7 on a really good note. I just found a lot of this like disjointed, a lot of it I couldn't really care too much for. Good little side missions, but nothing really important to the main narrative. So it's kind of a little bit easily skippable, except for like the first couple of chapters and the last couple of chapters. The entire middle I felt was a little bit too lackluster for my personal taste.